chat. Oh. Chat. Chat, I have something special to show you. It's kind of minor. It's kind of minor. But it's super duper amazing. If you're on Twitch, it looks like there's an ad break. But we're just gonna... we're gonna go into the just chatting area. Look, I have a friend on my lap now. Look at this. I have a friend on my lap now. Isn't this awesome? Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's awesome. Yes. Okay. Okay. I unironically bought a Clodsire plushie because it is my favorite Pokemon. It's my favorite Pokemon in the world. Look at this little guy. Look at him. He's amazing. So what I did, because I have the Clodsire on my lap IRL, I figured I would actually do this. So here's how it works. I have a Clodsire in my lap IRL. Now I have a Clodsire in my lap on stream. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that super duper cool? I think that's super duper cool. I hope you guys think that's cool, because I think it's really cool. Okay. Let's just get into it. I'm just gonna silence the cool music there. It's epic. I know, right? Isn't it awesome? Oh, it's so good. I also have this really cool redeem you can do. Here, this is if you are a Twitch, I don't know what kind of a Twitch, I wouldn't say chud, but if you are a Twitch user, there I have added a point redeem. I'm gonna do it just for myself. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? It's not working. It's not working. Why is it not working? Hold on. Maybe I need to... Oh, why is it not working? Why is it not working? I spent so long. Where is Mix It Up? Mix it up. Existing profile. Do I need to log into this every time I start my computer? That's annoying! I mean, hey, we're just logging in here. So give it a moment. Mix It Up is taking its sweet old time. It's logging in, chat. Is Jover the boo pat? Oh, that's cool. It shows my chat. That's awesome. Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay, hold on a moment. Let me try this again. Is it gonna work now? It works now. Oh, sweet. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's the coolest thing in the world. Now you can give me a head pat. I don't know why it costs $196. It's supposed to be $200. I don't know why it's supposed to be $200. I set it at $200. That's weird. But you know what? I'm not going... I may have to, like, put, like, a cooldown on it. I think I remember saying that there needs to be a cooldown on it, because if not... Here, let me put, like, a soft cooldown on it. I know where... Here, let me just do that really quickly. I'm gonna put a cooldown on it so that it doesn't freak out. Because I believe it can freak out. Edit. Where's the cooldown? Empty cooldown. Let's see. Can I do... Yep, 1 minute. 1 every minute. There we go. Save. So now it should do it every minute. So that it's not overdone. Let me just triple check here. Is it gonna... Alright. So now it should be like on a cooldown. Yes, it's on a cooldown. Awesome. Cool. We can get started now, chat. Oh, this music is so epic. We're gonna have to turn it down, though. Alright. Well, chat, when last we were here, unfortunately, Chihiro passed away. Very sad. Very shocking. Why is everybody saying that I did it? I made a silly vote, and I said who did it. Everybody thinks I did it. That's not cool, guys. Obviously, I'm not that cruel. But today we're gonna figure out who did it, and we're gonna get quite the cruel ending for that person. Hello, Doobie-Doo. That's an interesting name. Did Celeste die? No, Celeste is still here, as far as I know. Anyway, let's go in here. And let's start. And we've got our Clodsire with us. And it's amazing. So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Drop the like. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need my Hig. I don't know what that is. I hate Celeste. Well, I think everybody does. Hug. Alright. I want you to imagine that you're this Clodsire in my lap right now. I'm just kidding. How could I forget the little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
See, even Monokuma thinks that she's important. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. A few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful. Thank you for the head pat. By the way, I may not acknowledge it every time because Twitch is weird where it won't... I wish that Streamlabs would tell you when somebody did something. Actually, you know, I could do this. I don't care about the ads manager. Alerts. Okay. Where does it show me that somebody did a redeem? What is this game? This is Danganronpa. This is a scary game. Alright, we're just gonna... If you head pat me, I will try to catch it, but thank you for the head pats. I've always wanted that. Now I do have it. I braided Aqua's hair. Well, there you go. It's already been braided. Everyone's here, right? Let's hustle in the elevator and get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? I'm starting to give people voices now. It's awesome. How have I been? I've been good. How are you? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Oh, I don't want to relive that. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. That murderer's one of us. Someone standing right here.
Hey, come on.
What got her so worked up? Can we just get in the elevator? We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Clearly that's a lie. Yes. I give a small nod in reply. I'm glad that there's gonna be voice acting, because now I can just give commentary. I'll be like a commentary VTuber. With every step forward, I can feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I could get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Who did it? Steel box sank, heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. Very dramatic. What do you think? I'll redecorate? Isn't it so fresh? It's so exciting. I actually didn't pay attention to it, how he did it last time. Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
I just don't have a problem with her and I don't know what's going on. That's okay. You'll figure it out.
Well,
You'll figure it out as the stream goes on. Let's get the show on the road.
chills, kills.
Everyone find your seats. Not really seats, they're more stands. So the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. And oh, so dramatic. A deadly class trial. Okay, we're gonna save. And turn off my fan. Do I have new skills? I might. Increasing the speed of memorizing a statement effective during non-stop debate. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't have anything else. Alright. Let's do this. Anime Among Us. I hate how right that is, but it's...
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the
It's
class
not
trial.
that far
Your
off.
votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
I'll be honest, it's kind of up for debate what the murder weapon really is. We have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Oh right, it keeps it to one bullet.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Ah, no.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a
I didn't know this was a
powerful
school. No, these are all high school students. I missed it. Oh my gosh, it's a
Chihiro's
dumbbell,
fatal
obviously.
injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I'm pretty sure it's
I
this
bet
one.
it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
That certainly would make for a powerful
What?
weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Why did it go by? I'm very confused.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
How can we speed this up?
It was a head
It said only those who graduate, yeah.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh, okay, so we did get that wrong. Ow.
Chihiro's
Oh my
fatal
gosh, just
injury.
speed it up already, please.
It appears it was a head
Oh, is that how much time I have to do this whole thing?
According
That's
to the
interesting.
Monokuma
I
file,
actually paid
the
attention to
killer
that the
used
first time.
a blunt instrument.
So I was right the first time.
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I've been watching Breaking Bad. I've never seen that.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
Yeah, I really know.
And the wound on the victim's
Unless the scene
head
of the
is
crime-
consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Unless the scene of the crime is, not the same as where she is now.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Is there anything wrong with looking at that?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
He's very intent on saying it's one
Chihiro's
person.
killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? I don't think so. I don't think so. Did I stop streaming on TikTok? Only for this, because TikTok doesn't like death and murder. So, we're not streaming this there. This control button. Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles. Oh, lovely. Oh, good, because my game mode is set to gentle, I don't have to worry about that. His name is Genocide? Maybe.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Oh, it gives me
What?
time.
What makes it impossible?
That's nice.
I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong.
I still don't think it is Genocide Jack. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that.
I
for
don't
now.
know.
More importantly, it
He really
outlines
wants to
all the
skirt around
specifics
this.
of
Holy
every
cow.
Genocide Jack
If
case
he's the
in
killer,
exceeding detail.
I don't feel like it
According to
is,
the
but if
file,
he
there
is...
appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
I hate this
Oh,
man.
no. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I got
How the
it.
victim was positioned, obviously. You
Apparently,
can increase the game difficulty
in
if you
every
want more of a
Genocide
challenge.
Jack case,
Yeah, I really don't
the
want
killer
that, because
suspends
I'll
the
be honest with
body in
you,
a certain way.
I'm fine with how hard it is right now.
Other than the killer, the only people
It's
who know
fun, but
about
I don't
this
want
are
it to
the
be, like,
higher-ups in the police department.
Very horribly hard.
However, Chihiro was most definitely
Boob lust is
suspended in the
wild.
same way.
I don't know anybody that would have that kind of lust.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Whoa! Damn!
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
He is so blatant about it, holy cow.
Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What does he mean for genocide? Well, she's multiple people, obviously. That's a lot of letters. Oh, shoot. No. No. What? S-C-H? Not a B. No. Ow. L? No. I don't know. What word is that? It doesn't pop immediately. You can hit it a few times to connect. I died. Nice. I failed. Oh my gosh. I hate hangmans. I'm gonna have to redo that. Why does it... Okay. Here's my question. Here's my question. Why does everybody just automatically vote for Makoto if he gets it wrong? Does everybody just think that he's so dumb that it has to be him because he's like got it wrong? That just makes no sense. I mean, I get you need to have a game over thing, but it's so funny. I am going to say SC. I don't think it's schizo. Or maybe it is. Oh my gosh, it is. Holy crap, I was right.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have... what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh,
There's no way
okay.
I call
But
people schizo
still,
all the time for fun.
don't say that
There's no
about
way.
Mr. Carroy's.
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split
I'm
personality.
doing my best. I'm doing okay, yes.
Shoot!
Nice. Kind of funny when you're in the trial and all the evidence points to one person, but you run out of health and they vote for you. I know, that is funny.
I got it! You're talking about how she started...
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I need to turn on my fan, holy cow. I don't want to say it, but she looks kind of like dumb. Yeah, she turned into a serial killer.
Funny, that's for sure. That
Shoot,
melancholy
punch
tone
sound
just
effects.
completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control. Yeah, she obviously didn't want Genocide Jack to come out.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She
Ooh.
said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Damn, he betrayed her.
This is all a lie.
He betrayed her love.
Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic.
This man is
fantasy
talking
fairy
the
tale.
show, taking the show, I guess.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I couldn't keep our promise. Don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control again. Yakia has no chill. No, he does
said
not.
If I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Aww.
That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But
Damn.
you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing. Could you?
I tried. I swear I tried.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't...
Oh, he's gonna try and break. Oh, that's kind of mean. He's gonna try and get the other personalities out. Oh. She felt. Oh dear.
Hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
I'd move away, Hifumi. She looks dangerous.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide
Oh
Jill!
boy.
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Ooh. That is. I'm gonna be honest. The thing that's most off-putting is how long her tongue is. It's.
Intense.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little
I really don't know
light.
how I feel about this. This is
Behind
kind of
every dark and gloomy
weird.
soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun.
This, the murder scene, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us
I love how
think you
happy
might
she's like,
be the
yes.
mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then, it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to
I love
that
Monokuma's like, I have
freakazoid?
standards, you know. She's not one of them.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
He's not wrong.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty
I'm used to the length of
maniac,
tongue. I'm
but
talking.
life
Oh
is
dear.
pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
I still don't think she did it though.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
I still don't think it
There's
is.
clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours,
Survival
an
of the
embarrassing
fittest?
memory or secret would be revealed.
Yes. Did she kill people before? Yeah, but here's the problem. Actually, can I
Let's
pause
assume
it?
that-
I can pause it. Here's the thing. Can I look at the case file? Okay. All of the people she killed were dudes. Okay? All of the names listed in here are dudes. That is the only thing that that is the only reason why I don't think it's her. Actually, there was another one, but I can't remember it. I can't remember it, but she only killed dudes. So unless Chihiro is a dude, I see no reason for her to kill another girl. And maybe she'll explain, but I don't know. I just feel like I feel like she doesn't go after girls. Maybe Skizzers. Oh, maybe it is.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
Keep forgetting about that.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
It's like I murder people, but this time I didn't murder somebody.
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details. Yeah, again, I don't think she's the murderer. The people that she killed. Also, the status of the... Yeah, exactly. The status of the body is different.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Not true.
What more proof
No.
do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Here, let's zoom back in.
But I didn't kill it.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe
Thank God
it?
I can grab those little
Perhaps
seconds.
If you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders, the modus operandi matches.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, there's no way that it's the same because again, she As gross as it is, mounted
Are
people
the
on walls
methods
with
of murder
scissors.
really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction.
Yeah, they're all dudes.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
That's a very interesting way of saying it, but sure. A feminist? I don't think she's a feminist.
Let me rephrase that.
I mean, if
in
she
a way
is,
that
that's
maybe makes more
terrifying.
sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Oh my gosh, it's terrifying.
Stop comparing killing people to cooking?
I mean, it's not...
So,
It's off, but it's not that far
the
off.
difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
That's one way of doing it.
I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And
Talk about being picky about how you murder people.
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Oh my gosh. Bro got the worst nickname.
I got it!
Chihiro was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In
Oh
all the
boy.
Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They were all dudes.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
I hope you're not adorable or... Oh, you know what? Mizu, you might want to stay away from dark alleys.
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
You have a... well...
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to
she's
cross
not
that line.
wrong.
That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly car!
Lowly?
Ooh.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive. Why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
Told you she's a feminist and a lolly hater.
That does make some amount
Well,
of sense.
I mean, if she's a woman, she probably doesn't like other girls.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What? Oh. She's packing.
She's fully equipped!
That's right!
Monokuma just let this girl walk in with a whole bunch of knives.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can't
Jeez.
gutter dogs, all of you!
Better watch his mouth, yo.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the
She
body
is.
really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or...
There's one person. Person could have copied the genocide Jack case. Ooh. Oh. It could have been Byakuya,
Here's my answer.
because he's the one that knows about it.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying...
If he did really do it, you know what? That's fine with me.
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Oh dear.
Well, Byakuya,
Ma'am, keep your
what's your
pants on.
response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
I'm right, so he's
Okay,
going on
then.
some tangent.
What's so strange about it? Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
I don't know what's so strange, chat. You aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button. You'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phase can be shot once as a single truth bullet. Shoot or change the truth bullet, it'll disappear. Oh. Oh my gosh. The problem is I don't know this.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
Okay. These minigames are something else.
Presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room.
You absolutely take it!
Trial 1 was what your appetite tooth was during the deep end? I guess.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But
I
he was
don't
acting
know.
Weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girl, that's unnatural.
The victim was Chihiro. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distraction.
What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay.
So, you said Byakuya, but he was acting...
If you're presented with the
I'm gonna say...
that's unnatural.
The victim was Chihiro. So of course I would suggest
we missed
check
it.
the girls' locker room.
There was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
I see it. Is it literally... Hold on.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Oh, wait, we can only take one at a time.
Opportunity, that's unnatural.
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong.
I guess there's only one, so okay. I don't get it. I really don't.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we
Oh,
couldn't have known who the victim was.
right.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
It's like he doesn't care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like he has nothing to do with
What's the
him.
matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more
Which
to
comes to
it.
shove, you can save, I guess. I want to do this
There
without
is.
saving, though.
I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Oh, yeah, the desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh,
Obviously, somebody
No.
else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same scissors to arrange the...
But Chihiro was... It was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd...
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
oh my
Obviously,
gosh.
Somebody else
Must have had it hidden away somewhere.
So you gotta skip... Oh my gosh, this is frustrating.
The difference? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same...
But Chihiro... It was some kind of...
That's right!
That's really
There must
annoying.
be some-
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong.
Oh my gosh. Here, you sit there. I'm hot now, and I need you to sit there.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Yes.
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
He's not wrong.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Not even
What's wrong?
involved.
I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do
I don't
something like
know.
this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still
I
bothering
don't
me.
know. There's a lot of details we haven't talked about yet.
And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Was that just now? Something's not right. Chihira's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean? Can I really just accept what Byakuya said? No, she wasn't found in the locker room.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
No, it didn't happen in there.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
No.
How could the scene of
No.
the crime have been anywhere
No.
else?
Well,
She definitely wasn't killed in
I think
there.
it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
See, even he doesn't know what he's talking about.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Managed to take you off guard. The story moved to the crime scene. Who would be confident up till now? Maybe Byakuya never realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
She totally
Come
was.
on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Something that was switched between the boy and girls. There's a lot of things, but this can work. Oh, come on, that totally counts. I guess we'll go with the poster. Oh. Oh, okay. The poster? Is the poster a good one?
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
Yes.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boob supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had...
Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. I need to ask this question now. Do you think... Only you will know this. Is... No. Okay, chat. Go ahead.
a poster of the super popular boy band
Oh, you
Tornado.
guys are mean. Temp, I know that's you.
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boy's locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein
You guys,
coffee, aren't you?
You want me to be nice or honest? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh.
Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet
You
wasn't
guys are
scrubbed away.
mean. You guys are mean.
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room
They're
carpet.
not fake. I mean, they're as fake as an anime girl is, but they're not fake.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched to?
You guys are mean.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other.
I'm the one who
It's
asked.
certainly
You
plausible,
mean though?
Don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the
Wow.
crime,
You mean?
the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Oh.
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
It's a good question.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe
They're
your
totally real,
e-handbook
thank you.
across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Maybe.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Mailbox.
What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be
I don't know how it's broken, but you know.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation?
I hate how you all
against
voted
using
yes.
someone
You guys
else's handbook?
suck.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and
As an
you'd be
apology,
safe.
thank you.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya!
Is that it? No, it's not it.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
Wow,
There's
Mondo.
no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
The murder's cooler now?
All right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Alright, where are we going? Is this an intermission? Ah, back in here, of course.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it
Be
again?
sure to examine the entire body
Entire
very carefully.
Want me to take
your
off his
time.
clothes?
Examine her carefully.
Don't let him do it.
No, wait.
It's probably best if I...
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just...
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
That's kind of gross.
Here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Oh, she's so nice. Putting her hands together to breathe prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine the
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Whoa!
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
What's a Dragon Ball reference? What? Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
Is what?
a boy.
What? What? Actually makes sense. What?
So she was
It's a boy.
actually a he. Interesting.
I'm gonna be honest, that's not that uncommon in Japan, but still.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Yeah, she wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't
So
know?
he's homophonic?
Heck,
I don't know
knew
what that means.
Right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Hmm.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back
I'm
to
gonna be
the
honest, I'm not
trial.
surprised. There are femboys in Japan, so I'm not surprised.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then,
I didn't expect it would
let's
be in this
resume
game.
The class trial.
Wrong joke.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy.
I'm sure that
Let's
people
pick
on the
up from
outside
there.
knew that.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Saying that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought never crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes.
Boy, this
that
game
would
could
be
not
true.
come out today. Holy crap.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Which means that only a man could have killed
And
him.
the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls'
Never mind.
locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating
Oh
situation!
gosh.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
I still don't know who did
Okay,
it.
well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
I'd play this game still. I
This
have
has
tough
become
skin.
Very interesting indeed.
He's off
I
in
noticed
his
my
own
model's a little off.
world.
Hold on.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No, not
Well,
really.
Without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Not really that invested.
But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Yeah, I did.
He just seems to be
I
too
did.
easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to
Wait.
the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found
Okay.
out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
You get a tiny victory. You get a tiny victory, peasant.
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
I hit with really 9 whole ads. Holy crap.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
He did it because he thinks it's a game.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Oh.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
I think he's guilty. We should think. I think he's not guilty. You're an idiot. Of course I am.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Oh, excuse me.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you wouldn't need a handbook, boys' handbook. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have to use their own. In other words, it would have to be a guy. Chat, which one of you did it?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Oops.
Shoot!
It was Temp. Temp did it. No, Temp's Byakuya.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Very true.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
No!
It's all over.
I'm pretty sure that was
who
it.
Saw the victim? The killer, and only the killer.
Oh.
And it's not like they're
No,
just gonna
I missed it.
turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us? Well, did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the. Perhaps
Someone saw the victim at some. Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new.
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim?
Killer.
The killer, and only the.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong! Thank God I got it the first time.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Dude, I hate her too.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag.
Fell Sands 195, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Goober Squad.
And then,
Welcome, welcome.
He headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the
Oh,
murder
excuse
scene.
me. And I didn't find that
Seems
either.
likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Are you going in kind of a hurry?
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only
Welcome, fellow
someone
Goober.
were
Welcome
waiting for
indeed.
him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship!
The
That means that
point is,
somebody
Whoever
knows.
he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
I don't know that.
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't
I don't
have?
feel like that works.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket.
Maybe the jacket colors are different sizes. I don't know. Oh, there's a lot there.
We know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he
Excuse
did?
me.
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
No.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
Oh my gosh.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
Oh.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was
I
headed.
don't see it.
He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
No. I don't get it. I really don't.
Tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white track. I got it from the.
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading.
I don't get
He
it.
was on his way to go exercise.
This one's clever.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific
You really have to think.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
The color? I don't
even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really
They never
help us
mentioned the
getting
color of the
closer to figuring
tracksuit.
out who the culprit is?
No way.
Oh, you're
Not a
right.
chance.
First of all,
You're
he was
right.
on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what's your... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Oops.
Shoot.
You're right. We never mentioned the color.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading.
He was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
Wait, are you saying that it's Mondo?
So, the killer was wearing the same blue...
No, that's wrong.
Oh no! Not Mondo. I actually kind of liked him.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Oh no!
What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
He was stuffing a trap jacket in the duffel bag, and then I assume he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
No, she didn't.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit
Not
was?
Mondo!
I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, I liked him.
That can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility! Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
I'm
Just by
so
chance.
sad.
I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Shoot! I dropped something. Hold on. There we go.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
Alright.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Oh no.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
I have a biscuit, guys. I'm gonna chew on that.
Why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was acting?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
I didn't notice
And after
that!
he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say.
Not the
words in my
biker
mouth.
man. Ugh.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
I hate that.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Don't worry, I'm drinking water.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Is it Mondo's?
Shoot!
I mean, he could have taken it.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
I would love to have a phone like that.
This one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hitting its weak point. As you said, there was a weak point.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point
He embarrassed
actually
himself.
was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
She's not wrong.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Let's make it a rule.
Tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Oh.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Put it in a sauna and it's broken.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around
Love
your
learning
skin.
some science here with Monokuma.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, he really cares about your well-being. 200, yeah.
I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
I know.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
They found out by accident.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's
The
not
sauna.
possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their...
It has to be Mondo.
Here's my answer.
'Cause Mondo wore all his clothes.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform
I love the
on.
towel on his hair.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill.
He's a
I don't
biker
accept
gang
this.
leader.
Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
We just need him to show his thing. Wrong wording. That's a lot there.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Oh!
If what he says
The
is
broken
correct,
e-handbook is
then
supposed to be
Mondo,
Leon's.
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's
Oh,
handbook
the one that
is
he's holding is
actually
probably
broken,
Leon's.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I'm pretty sure that he's holding on to Leon's.
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, I hate those things.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Okay. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be
Test
really
if
upset.
What he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong.
Yes, I got it right, chat. Thanks school that Makoto was chosen as the ultimate lucky student by school raffle and multiple points. He
Mondo,
only solves the mystery with
handbook
luck.
you have right now. Is
Yeah.
it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
Most intense trial ever?
I
I'm
think
pretty
he
sure
took
they get way
Leon's
more
handbook
intense.
And replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is
Last trial they only realized was Leon because of the door not opening right. This one because Mondo asked Makoto to watch him in the sauna.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear.
Ah, yes, we have to do this. Oh, there's so much here. Holy cow. And we've already used that one. No. Okay, that has to be how that works. I just want to make sure this is right. I don't feel like this is part of it, but you never know. This is the only one that I'm not so sure about. Oh, yeah, it's definitely wrong. Because he's swiping in. Okay, that obviously goes there. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, the only thing I'm missing are these two here. Oh, man. No, 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 no. He had to have done this. Alright, let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right.
First, let's... Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access...
Yes! Thank God.
Simple. Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
Ow.
and attacked him.
No, that's not right! What the hell? How is that not right? That could have been right.
The killer is you!
Let's see.
And attacked him.
Okay.
And that's where the bloodstains on the It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka using one of those.
Oh, thank God, that's right.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no.
No, Byakuyo's like, I'm gonna make this look
Byakuya
interesting.
discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
He wanted to have some fun.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went.
He
and
really
grabbed the
wanted all of us to
extension
die.
cord from
Holy
the
cow,
library.
this man must have a
And
death
then
wish
he
or
got
some
to
shit.
work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Thank God I got it all right.
And around the same time that
That's
Byakuya
nasty.
was
Yeah,
putting
I don't know
together
why
this
he was feeling
facade,
like that. I don't think he's a good
the
person.
killer,
Period.
having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Only had one issue.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. Without any proof?
Fever time and what the hell? Press space, fever time will activate and the temple will be forced to climax. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push right mouse, left mouse, right mouse, left mouse, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. It only lasts until the focus gauge runs out. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access. It also prepares something nega time. If the opponent activates nega time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. Okay. Okay, thank God. It's set to gentle, so it doesn't matter.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't
Okay, I
listen.
think I got it.
I refute you.
I think I got it. I think.
I won't listen. False.
Holy crap, this is easy.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt.
Oh, is it good? Is it
Show me
good?
some evidence. This should
I did it. First try, bitch. Sorry, your best friend's a murderer.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
Lamau.
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
No! Yay! I got an A. Not bad. I don't think I could go any higher. Maybe I could get to 1,000. I don't know.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead.
Man, I was kind of rooting for him.
Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all
Damn.
been waiting for. Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's kind of sad. The bromance is over. It is. What exactly is yours fake or real? I'm talking obvious. It should be very obvious what I'm talking about.
What?
This time looks like you got it right again. So true, the black and the killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Uwanda. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way no one he would kill somebody. Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. Story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward. Thank you, Thank you, Monokuma. There was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. An extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness. To take the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that his way out. No, now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. No matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside. It was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun, here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
That was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. That was revealed, it would be the end. The hard shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry. But...
I'll try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Knowingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right. I want to change.
Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll be better. With that thought in the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, and so... that day he made a commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be his first and only chance he would have at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for somebody's help. He wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask him to help him front there. That person he went to?
That's right.
It was me. Makes sense. Yeah, it sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he could confide in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. That's effed up? Oh yeah. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So I went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
That's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made with Chihiro.
But...
how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so... he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? Why? Because no matter what, I didn't want anybody to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. While we're on the subject, why don't I tell you that embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know? You know what Mondo did? He killed... oh. Damn. The ultimate biker gang leader makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. The only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Oof. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of a starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and great. That's gross. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on his very soul. He's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this game with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that's gonna do is make the game look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of other members of the gang, which is why...
I just...
gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win. I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. During the race, tragedy struck. Not in Isuzu! The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. Suddenly... yeah. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I effed up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Kid, the rest is up to you no matter what. You gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and to keep the promise to his brother. He would never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. That's really messed up, man. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong, strong, strong! And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death and all the guilt I've been carrying around, it would have been for nothing. So that's why. That's why I... After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now are you telling me this? Huh? I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would. You're right.
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. Oh. I see. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
I see exactly. He was upset that someone perceived weaker than him could be stronger than him.
What?
Saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. Jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous. Yeah.
What?
You making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you effing with me?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You're really strong. I feel like I could hear something starting to crack. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why'd you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I admire you. Admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. I am strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
Stronger than Daya. And then he killed him. When I woke up, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was staring at him. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this
Hug her,
time,
smother.
I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He's normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. This was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned cold-blooded. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free from his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I don't. Bastard. Shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead and say it again. I dare you.
Yep.
I'll say as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but... Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
You kid me.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blacken that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh boy.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
This is gonna involve getting run over or something, I bet. Oh my gosh. The cage of death. Wow. I hate how it's making me laugh. Okay. I don't like that. Wow. Sorry, I turned it up just for that. Jeez. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. I don't think that's the right thing to say. Mondo Butter. Oh my gosh. I have no comment for that. Mondo Butter was cursed. Yeah, it is pretty cursed. Hi, Jay, by the way. My brother! Another murder, another execution. I want to feel again. Oh man, everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Oh, he broke. Saga's sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. Of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya. Completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that? Two of our friends are dead, actually. Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
You know what I realized? There's only 10 people left. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that. Just don't understand why. Why'd you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? It's obvious, because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. The rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to
I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. You're saying you knew the culprit from the beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring. Wow. Wow, game. What a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a helping hand. I thought it would be livening things up. You did that to liven things up? Hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene. Damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too. Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. I don't think that's how this works. Feel the sharp eye piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I know who I have to watch out for.
Correct.
Oh. So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
We're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
You like to perform these elaborate executions every time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself. Okay.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope into despair. Fuck. Goodness sakes. Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the heck? Damn it!
Agree, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm gonna stand above as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I never would stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me say this, after I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tokuagami family, For which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all
Oh,
riled
so
up.
cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. Oh, that's funny. Whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper sounds like someone needs a nap. He's definitely upset. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro Amando. But I knew it wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind would not let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. More water. Our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of... Goodness sakes. How many times are you gonna say despair in one frickin'...
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Oh?
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see. As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th highest... What?
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic
There's a
denied.
16th student?
See, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Okay, somebody's on his side, or at least a friend. Down to 10. I got the crazy diamond. Awesome. Yes, save. Yay, I got an achievement. Whoa! I don't know if I can show that.
I shouldn't cry, but
wow.
I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible.
I noticed I'm still showing it.
I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to...
Booty. It's anime, I don't care. Donuts. I need to eat donuts, that will cheer me up. Glazed donuts, twisted. You know what? She's my kind of girl. Jelly donuts, cream-filled donuts, donut holes, malasadas.
Okay.
Oh god of donuts, I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. Are we just playing her? Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule, but right now for me donuts are absolutely necessary.
Huh?
What's that sound? It's coming from the bathhouse. Tomboy? Well, she is a tomboy. Whoa! I hate that. Wait, does this mean that he's gonna die next? Oh, man. We're gonna go until we can get to a stopping point, and then we're done. Today's count kinda sucks, huh? Toka and Byakuya still refuse to show up. I haven't seen Miss Asahina anywhere. She said her stomach was hurting, so she's taking it easy in her room.
Oh.
That's rather unusual. Normally, she's full of energy. Which is exactly what makes me worry.
So then...
So it's just the 7 of us. It looks that way.
How about that?
It's times like this where the committee chairman needs to get things going with a bang.
Impossible.
Or not. Taka hasn't said a word since everything that happened yesterday. A look on his face showed he hadn't slept a wink last night. It must be because of Mondo. Two of them became so close, and then he finds out Mondo killed Chihiro. You know, I should have guessed. Whoever they focus on the most is who dies next. Having to watch Mondo get punished and nothing he could do about it. I can't even imagine what it must have done to him.
Well...
What's gonna happen now? We haven't found any way out, and we have no idea if help's gonna come. Now I'm all depressed just thinking about it. Simply have to make the best things, do our best to get along, and live here in peace. Forget about the outside world and accept this new life. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's the only hope we have now.
Well...
Here we have every convenience. We have food, clothes, our every need is seen. Why are you dissatisfied? In fact, let me ask you this. What is about the outside world you long for?
Is that okay?
Competition, discrimination, victimization. I love it. All of the big ones. As society grows, so does perversion. In which case, our current situation not... Oh no. I'm not repeating that.
Here we go.
Maggie, the drill shop owner, the bunny-eared Amazon cat girl, dog boy, what? There's no 2D here.
There is nothing to be done.
Mastermind puts such a base desire to their advantage, bending you to their will.
You know?
Anyway, since talk is like catatonic, as the oldest one here, I'm officially stepping up to take the lead. Stop giving nerds a bad name. Well, he's not giving all nerds a bad name. Just the really weird ones. So we're gonna work together and spend the rest of the day searching the school. Searching?
I'm right.
I mean, since the class trial's over and all,
Perhaps.
should be new places for us to investigate. Yeah, that's the ticket. Maybe we'll find some kind of clue.
Well then.
Once we're done eating, let's split up and begin looking around. Do you have any problem with that? There may be a new discovery waiting for us, which may further enrich our life. The point is to look for clues. As we were starting to come together, she barged in and ruined the conversation. Oh. Nobody called for you! How come it's Genocide Jill and not Toko? Yes! This place is amazing. Finally a place I can just be my murderous self, which is why I decided to stop holding back and spread my wings. No more hiding in a cave for me. Plus, I have another battle to fight. The whole killer with a split personality thing is so overdone. I gotta destroy that stereotype. I'll fight all day and all night to murder those who totally slanderous cliches. But you are a killer with a split personality. If she weren't here, my chance of survival would go up at least 10%. Well, you gotta back me up here. Even the biggest stars need a little people to hold them up. Whatever else we do today, first we should eat. We can't do anything on an empty stomach. You're right, let's hurry and eat something so we can start the investigation. I don't like her laughing. We were forced to eat breakfast with a murderer, and after our much needed but very annoying meal, we set to look around the school. But not today. We will continue this when I feel like continuing this. So for now, I am done. Me and Mr. Codsire are gonna get in bed and snuggle because, actually he stopped sitting on my lap a little while ago because it's getting hot in here. But he and I are gonna get in bed, and I'm gonna go to bed with Mr. Codsire because I need him. I'm gonna be honest with you, that last death wasn't as painful to watch as the first one. The first one was very painful to watch. But, that second one was just kind of funny, which is sad to say. Anyway, I put out the new schedule, by the way. You should take a look at that so that you know when I'll stream. There may be other streams. I might do more Danganronpa just because it is fun, but we'll see. The stuff that is posted, and for sure is happening. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic one. I'll see ya when I see ya next.